What is happening, guys? Welcome to the video. Alright, first off I want to start this video off by saying I may sound a little bit funny, and that is because I'm getting over a bit of a cold. Today is Sunday as I'm filming this video, and it kind of hit me Friday morning before I was going to that photo shoot, and it's just been hanging on ever since. I just feel like nasally and my lungs are heavy and my throat hurts, so I apologize if I sound a little goofy in this video. But since I need to get a video up for Monday, and I really didn't film too much, like vlog anything today or over the weekend because I wasn't feeling too great, I was like, okay, I need to have something up for Monday since I try to put a video up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm like, what can I talk about? What can I talk about? And then it came to me. The subject I want to talk about today is my plans for 2019, specifically when it comes to bodybuilding competitions. So since it'd be kind of boring to just stare at me while I'm talking about this subject, I'm going to overlay some training footage from the last few workouts that you've probably seen already, but if you haven't, here's some workout stuff in no particular order from the last few weeks. Okay, let's kick this off by saying my last competition was last November of 2017, and that was the IFBB World Championships, which I qualified for when I won the Canadian Nationals last May. And after that competition, I really didn't know what I wanted to do next. I actually made a post about that today, basically just explaining that, like, after I did that competition, I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my career in bodybuilding. Did I want to continue competing? Did I want to compete, next year or in 5 years? Like, what did I want to do? And I really didn't have an answer to that. But thankfully, I started doing these interviews, which you guys have seen on these channels, with all kinds of athletes, including AJ Morris, Jack Thorburn, Ace Baldwin, all kinds of individuals, and talking to them, learning from them, and just discussing the sport in general really kind of got me excited about the sport again. In talking to them, I realized how much I really do love bodybuilding, not just from the sport aspect and like building your body and creating this physique that you can display on stage to people, but what it's done for me mentally, as far as like giving me direction and focus, giving me a sense of determination, goals to achieve, and all that kind of stuff. Bodybuilding has really helped create who I am as a person today. And then I was like, all right, I really do want to step on stage again soon, but I didn't have a date. Then my girlfriend, she started toying around with the idea of, okay, maybe I want to step on stage one day. And a client of mine, he wants to step on stage too, and the plan for them was to step on stage next April, which is a show that I had done previously and won my class in. So then I got thinking, hey, that'd be kind of cool. My girlfriend and I on stage together, my client and I on stage together, that'd be kind of sweet. And then it just hit me, I'm gonna do that show. So with that in mind, the first show that I'm gonna be doing is next April. It's usually the first 2 to 3 weeks, somewhere in there of April. I believe when I did it, it was like April 16th. So I'm banking on that's kind of when it is. So in October, when I start prep, I'll be 27-ish weeks out. Once I get the final date, I'll know for sure. But tentatively, I'm around 27 weeks out, October 1st, when I start prep. And I know you're probably asking, okay, why are you doing that show again? If you've already, as you mentioned earlier, won that class. And as I said, guys, it's just for getting that first show with them out of the way and doing that, and it's gonna be fun. But after that, we've got some other things we need to attend to. Every year in Toronto, there's a fitness expo, the Toronto Pro Super Show, and that's an expo that I've gone to like every year. I've been at booths at it, I've been just a spectator at it, and I figure it's time for me to actually step on that stage. And that is in the first week of June every single year. So for sure, I will be doing the Toronto Pro Show. And my coach informed me that since that's an open category, so over here, in Canada, I don't know where you guys are viewing this from, but in Canada, we have like the natural stream and then the open stream. This is gonna be an open show, but I need to qualify for that. So at some point before that, I'm gonna have to do another show. And there's shows all the time around here, so I'm not too worried about that. It'll definitely probably be after the April show that I do with my girlfriend and my client, and then I'll have to find one to qualify for that Toronto Pro Show. But also, there's an organization called the WNBF, the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation, and that is where I've done some research on them. I've looked up a lot of their athletes, and they're a very credible organization naturally, and that's where I think I want to chase my pro card. I really want to be the best natural bodybuilder I can be, and I do deep down think that I could become a pro one day. Granted, that may not be for another 10-20 years, but I really do think I could do it. So my first step is to get on one of those stages and just see where I hold up against some of the best natural athletes in the world. Obviously, I did the Canadian Nationals and did quite well there, so I know I'm not gonna be totally swamped, but this is a fully, you know, they do their testing, they do polygraph and drug testing, urinalysis testing, and it's fully legit. So that, I got wind of a show in May, I believe May 3rd. It is a WNBF show in New York. Now, I know you guys are like, okay, well, you're in Canada, why are you gonna go down to New York in the States? Well, the closest one they do in Canada is out in BC, British Columbia, which is like a 5-hour plane ride, I think, for me. And flying in Canada is not cheap. That's like an $800 plane ticket, if not more. So it'd be much more cost effective to me to just drive down to New York. It'd be like a 7-hour drive, but it'd be way cheaper. And then obviously get to see New York for a little bit, and then do my competition. So that's, so we got April, the show, the Coburg Naturals, which is close by. It's like 45 minutes from my place, so it's close. That's gonna be in April. And then May, tentatively, we're gonna go down to New York. And then in June, we're gonna do the Toronto show. And prior to that, do some kind of qualifier. And then, since I won nationals in 2017, I have a 2-year qualification for the nationals again. So I'm gonna do the natural nationals, which this past year was in, well, this year, I guess, 2018 was in Toronto. So from my understanding, it'll probably be in Toronto again next year, which is again close to my home. So we're gonna do nationals again. And then to cap it all off, I'd like to go down to California in July and do the WNBF Muscle Mayhem. It is one of their biggest shows, and a lot of high-profile athletes have competed there, won their pro cards there. And of course, to go down to California and get to Muscle Beach, see what is the spectacle that is California, which to me has always been a bucket list thing I want to do. So that is also on my radar. So just to recap, we've got April, we've got May, we've got the Toronto one in June, and then some kind of qualifier before that, and then nationals in July, and then that Muscle Mayhem in California. Wow. So I know it seems like a lot, but that's why I'm starting prep early. If you guys have seen any of my preps beforehand, I've documented them as best I can on this YouTube channel, and this time I'm gonna be even more transparent with everything and documenting it even more so. And usually I hover around like a 16 to 20 week prep. And this time I give myself even more time, as I mentioned earlier in the video, like 27 weeks to get as shredded as I can, get in the best shape that I can, and then just hold that for a few months and just bang out show. I've had a good solid year of making progress in the gym, and I feel bigger, I feel better, so I'm excited for how things are gonna turn out next year, and I hope you guys are excited to see the journey. We've got one more month to really dial it in the gym. Not like we're gonna not dial it in when we start prep, but really with a surplus of calories, hit some solid weights, get some good numbers, and then kick off prep on a high note and just start digging, because 2019 is coming in hot and we're gonna tear it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little update. I know it's not the usual Monday vlog style video that you guys are used to seeing, but as I mentioned, I'm not feeling the greatest, and I wanted something for you guys to be able to view on Monday, so this is it. This is my update for 2019, my competition schedule. Tentatively, things can always change, but this is where we're starting. April for sure will be the first show. I can promise you that. So again, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.